Hello and welcome back to another It Gets Butter. On this episode, I'm very excited. I have a longtime friend of mine. We've been through so much together, and I got to learn more about her. The very talented, very funny, fantastic, and interesting life. Alex Veronica is on this week's episode. And we get to talk about how much she doesn't like fancy food. She likes just easy cooking, and that comes through in the recipe that we're going to share. A recipe that makes me sad, but I will try it at some point, and I'll put that video on YouTube. Throughout the episode, if you're watching it on YouTube, you're going to see that I also, on this one, rested the camera on the table that we keep bumping. So it looks like small tremors throughout the episode. That's fine. We talk about the Kennedys, we talk about Frida Kahlo, and we talk about her going through a breakup and how she still kind of mourns that breakup and her interesting take on getting through things or never letting go. But it's a fun episode. It's a fun chat with a good friend, and I hope you enjoy it as well. Here's a little bit of advice for you from the fantastic Alex Veronica. Let's get into the episode. All right, welcome back to another episode of It Gets Butter. We have a theme song. I didn't tell you about our theme song.
No, you didn't tell me
We have
about
a theme song. It goes, sometimes life can make you shudder, but don't you worry, because it gets butter. Also, I'm not a singer.
Is that a working theme song?
It's loose right now. We're kicking it around. We are here. Today's guest is a dear friend of mine for 15 years. Oh, okay, a lady never says her age. My friend, Alex Borrego. Do you go by Borrego? Because online it's Alex Veronica. What do you prefer?
Yeah, I say Alex Veronica.
Alex Veronica? Yeah. Okay.
I don't want anybody to look me up.
All right. We're not going to put your government out there.
Exactly.
All right. What I meant to say is my good friend Alex Veronica is here. Yay! Applause all over. I have known you for a while.
Yes.
We have gone through fun things together.
And bad things
And
together.
bad things too. Well, not
You
horrible
just slapped
things.
me once.
Well, you probably deserved it.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to have you on the podcast. You are terrified to be on the podcast.
I am so scared.
Which makes me so happy about it.
And the funny thing is, I've been begging you to put me on something that you've done, and it's here, and I'm petrified.
You do so many things, and yet I do want to point out a couple of things I put out for you in our background, because I always try to be inclusive.
Yeah.
You brought a Kennedy glass for us.
I did.
We are recording this on a day of loss.
We are. Tatiana Schlossberg, JFK's granddaughter, has passed away.
Yes, R.I.P. Also, I did not know who that was when I read it today.
It's very sad.
Yes. I also put out a little Dia de la Muerta character.
I am not Mexican, by the way.
I know, I'm aware, but I didn't have any Puerto Cuban things for you.
Caucasian people.
And I put out a camera because you were my muse for photography for about a whole year plus.
Yes, it was fun.
Those days are gone.
Short year.
Short year. It was a short year. So my first question for every guest is, what is your relationship with food?
My relationship with food is that I'm a fatty and I love food and I like to couch rot and eat.
But so my question is going to go, let's dive a little bit deeper on your relationship with food. I'm also a fatty. I feel like I don't need to say that. I tilt towards camera so people maybe can't tell. When you go out to, is it more just you like to eat, or do you like, can you tell the difference between fine dining and less than fine dining, we'll say? Do you care about the difference?
I can tell the difference.
Okay.
And oddly enough, I hate fine dining.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not a fine diner.
I taste it, I get it, no thank you.
And it's not my thing. I've gone to a couple of very fancy restaurants, and I'm walking out going, I could have had McDonald's and enjoyed it so much more than this.
That's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing I have noticed and know about you is you do like tasty things, but it just doesn't need to be fancy. You're not somebody that needs to be fancy. All right. So, and speaking of not needing to be fancy, obviously every guest I ask what their go-to comfort food is, and yours was a surprise for me, and I say that because I know you well. And yours was quite the surprise, and I don't have your thing brought up, but I don't need to because it was very easy to remember.
Jeff not prepared.
Okay, it was 3 ingredients that you sent, and
Yes,
you were
it
like,
was
your recipe
3
made me want to
ingredients.
punch the screen. And I'm trying not to judge people's comfort food.
Why do you want to punch the screen?
Your comfort food, if I remember correctly, your comfort meal
Yes.
is sliced kielbasa,
Yes.
grilled with onions,
Yes.
sauteed with onions,
Heavily grilled with onions, yeah.
and then just some instant mashed potatoes.
Yeah, from the pouch. Nothing fancy.
Yeah,
Nothing fancy.
the instant mashed potatoes met through a pan through a window. It was such a visceral reaction.
We're going to have to cook them.
Instant. Well, here's the thing. I am going to try your food the way it's described.
They're delicious.
Also, I love your recipe you gave where you were like, you cut up a kielbasa, you cook it with onions, and then you just make instant mash. And I was like, okay, well.
No, I think I specified that you have to cut the kielbasa in like really thin, like dime circles or whatever that's called, quarter circles or whatever, because I don't like thick meat.
Okay.
Which might surprise you.
That is a surprise to me.
I don't like thick meat, so I like to cut them really, really skinny, and I like to burn them almost.
Okay.
Because I like things burned.
That's right. Yeah, because like when you get hot dogs, you want them like
I want them
cooked.
charred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's actually, now I'm thinking of the kielbasa sliced very thinly. Yeah. You're almost getting like a caramelization on that.
Absolutely.
So there's that like a sweet and salty that's happening on that.
And the onions like disintegrate.
Yeah.
And it's
they cook down, caramelize themselves as well. And they add a little sweetness.
Yeah, and by the way, there is no method behind this. This is just literally what happens.
I have to ask because I was surprised. Here's the thing. Okay. I know your eating habits.
Yes.
Okay. Like, let's not pretend like we don't know each other. I know your eating habits. I know over the years, what you've said that you like. First of all, your mom makes some of the best empanadas
she does.
that you can have. Right, you grew up eating Cuban food, right?
Cuban Puerto Rican food, yeah.
Like a mix between, because I called you Puerto Cuban earlier, because you're about half and half. Am I correct? All right. And so, like, really, beans and rice.
Every day.
And like I said, your mom always, whenever she makes them empanadas, it's thank you, Wendy. They're amazing.
Her heart attack empanadas being the better ones.
I mean, as soon as she had her heart attack, your first question should have been call 911. What's that recipe?
Exactly.
Because you don't want to lose things.
I'm not a Spanish cooker.
Well, I also know that you're not much of a cooker, are you?
I dabble in like the white people stuff, like casseroles. Like I could do casseroles.
That was the other surprise because I know you love what you call white people food, and specifically a casserole.
Yeah.
Like give you a casserole.
I will kill a casserole.
Give you like a glass dish. Middle of the table.
I will bring you a casserole when your family dies.
Cream of something is in there.
I love a casserole. It's so
So that's why I was also surprised at the comfort food. Like, where did that comfort food come from? Because it's not what I would, like I said, it should have been a casserole in my mind.
Right.
Something maybe from your family. And then you were like, kielbasa with instant, and I was like, but why? What struggle meal did this come from?
Because it's easy and it's so quick. And I thought, like, when I was in my young 20s, I was in a relationship and I thought I was so cool and such an adult cooking kielbasa sausage. Because you have to understand, I did not know what a peanut butter and jelly sandwich was, so I was like until, like, I don't know, 20.
Okay.
Because that was just not the thing in my house. So when I was cooking kielbasa, I'm like...
You were like,
I'm like, look at me.
I'm so foreign.
Right? Stepping out of my comfort zone. And it was just so easy. I used to include peppers in it, but now I don't do peppers.
Right, like bell peppers?
Yeah, because they don't disintegrate as much as the onions. Okay. And it's a little crunchy, and I'd rather not.
It's just so interesting to me that is what catches you. Also, I want to point out you're a bit of a world traveler. You've gone to Paris how many times?
8 times.
8 times in Paris. What do you eat when you're in Paris?
Their local fast food.
Their local fast food. Oh, God.
And of course, croissant.
It's just stabbing me in the heart.
Yeah, no, I don't like fancy food at all. I think the fanciest place I've been to in Paris was Benedict.
But you don't, but I mean, like, even the street, it doesn't have to be fancy, but it's still going to be Parisian. You know what I'm saying?
No, because it's like escargot and like raw beef and things like that. And I can't.
I can't be bothered with it.
No, it's just scary to me. Like, I like to eat burnt things and easy things.
And uncooked meat is the farthest thing from burnt as you are getting.
And you would think it'd be the opposite because of my taste in men, but no, I want my meat charred.
It's so interesting that's where it comes from. Okay, so you were cooking it back in your 20s. When was the last time you had this meal?
about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and I'm probably gonna have it tonight.
Okay. No, that's a funny thing. Sometimes I've asked guests, like, their comfort food, when was the last time you had it? And sometimes they'll be like 7 years ago. And I was like, cool, I don't know if that's your go-to.
Yeah, it's not comfort
you know what I'm
food.
saying?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
that feels different. But you are living by what you say.
Literally. Also, it helps that Publix oftentimes has them 2 for 1.
Oh, yeah, I mean, anytime.
Or 2 for 5.
Yeah.
So that always helps. And I can typically kill a whole entire packet of the kielbasa in like 2 days.
Okay.
It's also another thing that I think I like is that it reheats splendidly.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you can't overcook it if you're trying to kill it anyway.
It's already overcooked.
Yeah,
it's already overcooked.
You can't overcook it more.
Can't overcook it more.
All right. So then the next thing, out of curiosity, the next thing we talk about is so we've got your relationship with food you like to eat. We got your comfort food, and the why is still interesting to me. I'm going to probably plug away at that later. It's when you felt like an adult cooking something. And I get that, though. Like, I remember when I was in college, I've told this story on the podcast before, but I was cooking lasagna for my friends, and I was like, I'm making lasagna. Look at me.
Proud.
Yeah. And then we also had, God, you would probably love this, but my friend Swedish Mike, he was Swedish. And I
love it.
My friend James from Delaware, 3 of us lived together. We were having a struggle meal. This is like junior, senior year in college, 3 guys just poor, living in this house. And Mike was like, I'm gonna make spaghetti. And I love spaghetti. But he made true to form struggle meal spaghetti. It was spaghetti, and then he put ketchup on it and red chili flakes on it.
Isn't that kind of like Thai spaghetti though?
I don't know. It's not. It's the last time I let a Swedish person cook for me. I was like, y'all pickle herring? Stop it. Like, I don't know what this is. But also, like, it was disgusting. I hated it, but it was our meal that night, so I had to eat it. But that never became a comfort food for me. That became a warning to not let him cook anymore.
Yeah, I think Thai spaghetti has ketchup in it.
I think so. I know, what's that? Like when you go to Jollibee's.
Yes.
Which is Filipino.
Right.
They
not
have-
Thai, it's Filipino.
They have a...
Aren't they all in the same area?
Who's the racist now? Okay.
But
Score 1 for the white guys. But yeah, there's like a sweetness to it. So that's probably the ketchup or something in there. That makes sense. All right. So we also try to tie in, we talk about comfort food and then we talk about hard times, because a lot of times you go to your comfort food because you're going through something hard. Let's talk about what is one thing. You've had some rough patches, we'll say.
Yeah.
At least that I know of and have heard of. What is one you are willing to talk about that you went through? And then we'll talk about kind of how you got through it and so on. So what's one you're willing to talk about? What are you up for?
I mean, I'm willing to talk about any of them. I'm an open book, sometimes to a fault.
That's why I'm friends.
I mean, get me drunk at 3 a.m. and it's a cry fest.
Or 3 p.m. Go on.
3 p.m. exactly. Especially with some Adele on the jukebox. No, I think I struggle big time with breakups, and I think you know that.
Yeah.
You know that. I've struggled. I think I've been through 2 breakups.
Ooh,
like
Adele put her second album out, like when you had that one breakup.
Right. When
Bad
I had that.
timing on that. Yeah.
Thanks, Adele.
Yeah. No bridges for you. No. That was rough.
Very rough. So I struggle a lot with breakups, and it takes me a really long time to get over them.
Okay.
And like, if beating a dead horse would be an Olympic sport, it's like Michael Phelps. I think that's what it is. I don't know. I like to revisit the relationship, and I like to just.
So like when a relationship ends, right? Like obviously, on any time, if it's affecting you that much, it's probably not your choice.
That's like. Jesus, you sound like my mother. I'm like depressed in bed. She's just like, get out of bed. You'll be fine.
Well, no,
I'm like, it's easier said than done.
Yeah. So like you didn't choose to end the relationship.
No.
Relationship ends.
Oh, I never choose to.
And then you're like,
I would never break up with the white man.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
That's the other thing people should, I don't know if they should know, or well, at least you have a very specific type.
Very specific type.
And I say your type is young, white, and privileged.
Wearing boat shoes. Yes.
Yes. Well, you like them wearing boat shoes, but it's because they probably have a family boat.
Exactly.
Helps.
Yeah, and they have to be like on the spectrum, like kind of like
something
like shy or not socially
something
good.
you can fix.
Something that I can fix, yes. Something that I can coddle and
Something
nurse.
you can take care of and
something I can
nurture.
take care of and cook kielbasa sausage for.
So it's so funny. I do also want to point out, and this is just me speaking more because of knowing you and just kind of bringing this out more, and I find it fascinating. And then we'll go into kind of the breakup stuff. But you are inspired by inspiring women, let's say, right? Like Frida Kahlo is very inspiring to you. Eleanor Roosevelt. I'm trying to think of any other bisexual women that have inspired
Bisexual
you.
women that have inspired me.
No, but like, Princess Di, Jackie Kennedy, these are people that, in and of themselves, when you look at them, are actually they accomplish a lot. They're very headstrong women.
Right.
And there's better examples that women in history, I'm not going to pay so much attention. And, but what I find interesting is, as much as they inspire you, your dream is to be a stay-at-home wife.
Yeah. And I think like,
and I'm not saying there's any good or bad. I'm just saying
I choose my choice. That is what the feminist movement is about.
Okay, your body, your body, their choice is your dream, though. But like it's just the dichotomy of that is like, the inspiration's here, but what you wish seems different from that type thing.
Yeah, but I think that has to I think that's much deeper in the sense that like as a transgender woman, I want my gender to be validated.
Right.
And I feel like the way that I can validate it is by being that 1950s housewife who, makes a sandwich. If you could be a Stepford
wife,
right.
Then that equals wife, which equals feminine, which equals validation.
Yeah, because powerful women that I admire, like if I were to be a powerful woman, I'd be a little butch.
Right. Yeah.
In my head, I think like in my effed up head.
But we mentioned Frida, and I just watched the documentary on her, so I'm pretty much an expert.
Sophie.
It was in Spanish.
So you did not watch it?
No, I did. Matt turned on captions, and he translated some of it. But it was. But what I found so what I'll say on that about the Butch and Femme on that is I found it interesting that like. There was a point that I want to say, and I could be very off, and Matt is our guy in the chair to correct me on all the times I'm wrong. But she like kind of went from wearing pants as like, who tells me what I can't do, to back to wearing dresses because it was like, well, I can be assertive and masculine and whatever I want in a dress too. So that kind of, but I think that may be easier for her to own that identity because she was born a woman, so she doesn't have to fight that in the back of her head all the time.
Yeah, that's what they call privilege.
I don't understand what that is. I choose not to learn about that.
That's what they call privilege. And I think I've done that a little bit too with like makeup and stuff. Like when I first transitioned, I used to always get makeup on. I used to go out downtown St. Pete, much to the horrors of St. Pete residents half naked.
Right.
Because I wanted to
you hated wearing some clothes back in the day.
My outfit was literally a high-waisted underwear with a bra.
No, 100%.
And a sheer,
And we were lucky if you wore a bra.
You were lucky.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm a woman, look at my tits.
Yeah.
But now I like don't wear makeup. Partly because I'm lazy.
You're an older woman now.
Right, I'm an old, 40s.
I mean, that's what's happening.
Revolutionized me. But yeah, like that kind of thing that Frida did, going back to wearing makeup, going back to wearing dresses, is kind of like my going back to not over feminizing my appearance.
Over feminizing, over sexualizing. But also, now, there's a reality too. You kind of said that was a reaction to you being trans to try to prove a point.
Right.
But also, I would say if you look at any woman in their 20s, they're dressing more provocative. Well, for the most part, as a generalness, they're dressing more provocative. They're going out, and then as they get to their 40s, they're like, sweatpants feel great.
Right.
So as much as I see and kind of can agree that kind of as a trans person, you're trying to say, look at me and my femininity, but it feels like that's just a female experience in general. So you just had a female experience.
Yeah, it just came later in life for me. But yeah.
All right, so we're talking about breakups, which is the second time, interestingly, this has been brought up on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
So, which is great because that just means it's a common thread that everybody goes through a breakup.
Now I have a question.
Yeah.
Was the other person who went to food or talked about that breakups? Was it a girl or a boy?
It was a boy.
Oh, really?
You're the first girl I've had on the podcast.
Jeff, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I know. It's only because there's a camera rolling. No, but I do find, and one thing, the point of this podcast is like, A, people can get some recipes from it, but also B, people can, if they're going through anything, realize we've all been through stuff.
It gets better.
Maybe it's relatable. Thank you. Look at that. Hitting the button right there. But I think breakups happen to everybody. And what I find so interesting with breakups is I find when they happen, we feel so alone, right?
Absolutely.
Which is understanding because a part of you is not there, right?
Yeah.
You have to kind of recalculate what you see as your whole self and so on. Completely understand when I get that. I mean, I don't get it completely because I keep all of my exes within a 10-block radius.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do.
I know where they're all at, and they're all in the same neighborhood.
I was going to say, you have pieces of houses, probably.
I'm literally populating Central Oak Park in St. Pete. But I think it is relatable, and I think it's interesting. We all go to like, we're alone. Nobody's gone through, nobody knows this pain. Even though we've gone through it before, even though we've come out the other side of it before, in that moment, you don't really see like any, light at the end of the tunnel type thing a lot of times. And it's like, but rationally, if you just like, but I've done this.
Right, but
I've been through this.
It's still gut-wrenching. It's still, we're like, even when somebody passes, we've had relatives who pass all the time, but every time it happens, it's just still earth-shattering.
Yeah, it is. I think this is going to be, here's a real, we talked about how PC we could be on here. I'll open this door right here by saying, I will argue broadly that there is a chance that breaking up with somebody is harder than losing somebody. And that is because when you lose somebody, they are gone forever. And there's never something nagging about maybe they'll come back.
Right.
There's never something nagging about having to see them when you're out.
Right.
There's never a why aren't they texting me? Because there's an answer for that. They're not here anymore. But I think when you go through a breakup, when you lose somebody that way, it might hit harder because that person's still out there.
Exactly.
And that person isn't still just out there. There is maybe for a while, well, maybe it can work out. Maybe we'll get back together. So I will argue the fact that I do think, losing a relationship can be harder than losing a person in life because it's less finite. Does that make sense?
Yeah, especially when you're a doormat that allows them to keep reeling you in at 2 o'clock in the morning.
So you're not good with the break up, move on. You're not.
Oh, no.
And if they drag it on, you're in for the dragging.
I'm there. I am there. I love it because it gives me an opportunity to campaign for getting back together.
But do you honestly think, like in the moment, I'll ask you in that moment, do you think the campaign's working or are you just holding on to what you don't want to lose?
I mean, in my delusional mind, it's working because the next time they're drunk at 2 o'clock in the morning, they're like, come on over. So I'm like, yay, he loves me. More than anyone know.
No, I know.
Like, you know this about me. Like, I don't want to break up with people.
Right.
Because in my head, they're off with a person that has a vagina.
Sometimes.
Most times.
I would say there are 2 major breakups, and there's been a couple more type thing, but 2 major breakups I can think about in your life that I've kind of been near a part of, peripherally to type thing. And both of them shook you pretty good.
Yeah.
And how did you get out on the other side of it, do you think? Now, is the old adage, best way to get over a man is under a man?
Oh, no. No, not for me, because, again, I'm such a doormat.
Right.
And I will hook up with other people, but I still, if I'm having sex with somebody and my ex calls me, buddy, you got to get off. I'm going to my man.
So, well, it's funny you say that. Well, my first boyfriend, by the way, after we broke up, I still wanted to get back together with him.
Yeah.
And I remember I went over to somebody's house to hook up, and we were down to our underwear. It was about to happen. And then in my head, I had this realization. I was like, oh, if I want to get back with him, I should probably stop sleeping with other people. And so I just told that guy, I was like, this isn't going to happen. I'm going to leave. And it broke him to a year later. He ran into me at Alibi, which was a popular gay bar in town. He ran into me at Alibi, and he like shoved me up against that little trophy case they had. And he said, nobody's ever said no to me. And I was like, oh, I'm glad I could be the first. But like,
this wasn't the guy who worked at Chuck E. Cheese, was it?
No,
okay.
no.
Okay.
But it's funny though, because, and then my ex and I didn't get together, but it was just like, I had, like you said, that realization of being like, oh, well, if that's what I want, what am I doing here? So I walked away without getting that call because I was just like, oh, if I'm going to try, I should try.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, that try didn't do anything. And then I probably could have had a good time with that guy, but whatever. It didn't happen. And I don't regret it. I just found it interesting. But
and also, I've never been the person to break up with somebody.
Okay.
I've always been the person to get broken up with.
Oh, I break up with.
Yeah, no.
So that is a different.
Yeah, I've never broken up with anybody. And if I think about it, like, great love stories for me are like, Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor, and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Kind of like that toxicity. Like, that to me is like a great love story. Like Salvador Dali and Gala, like, that's a great love story because they always came back to each other.
Right.
And I think that's beautiful.
And then you're just ignoring all the toxicity that happened during it?
I like being tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like...
Tragic with a happy ending.
Yeah, I mean, at least for 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, okay, so we were getting back to how did you get through... So in particular one that you know who I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
How did you find yourself on the other side of that breakup? So how long were you together?
Who says I'm on the other side?
Oh, that's fair enough. I mean, you did get branded with his name.
That was like deep. Like I heard it. I think I heard it myself.
How long were you together?
With the juvenile?
No. No. What's your back tattoo?
Oh, David. But also with me, it's an added thing that my one breakup was with my back tattoo as a boy, and then my breakup with the juvenile was as a girl. So it's just kind of different.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
But I guess with David, the way that I got over him.
I was not using names.
No, I know.
But like, yeah.
The way I got over him was the Great White Hope, the juvenile.
Right. And then so when you broke up with him, when he broke up with you, the next one. Mm-hmm. The other D.
Yeah.
Funny enough, that works.
D.
Oh, yeah. That works great. How did you get over him? How did you find yourself thinking about him less?
Oh no, I never.
Do you still to this day?
Oh yeah.
It runs through your head.
Yeah.
And if he called you today,
bye, gotta go.
But aren't you in a happy relationship right now? It's complicated. I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's complicated.
But I do see you happy.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm happy, but it's not probably ideal, as far as what I want. But yeah, oh no, if the other D messaged me right now,
really,
like right now on this podcast, if he texts me right now, I'd say I gotta go, Jeff.
All of your friends would not be happy with that. Yeah. Oh wow, so when I asked the question,
don't judge me.
That's too late. So when I asked the judgment, how did you see your way to the other side? There is no other side for you. You stay in those fields.
No, there has been. No, I will say, he's gotten married. He's had a kid.
But that's not you getting through it. That's him creating more barriers for you to be like, oh, those are more walls that I'd have to get through that I can't get through. No,
I've matured in the sense that I'm really happy for him.
Okay.
But I do love him. I feel like maybe he is my one great love. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, God, I did not like him.
I know you did not like him. But no, he's moved on. I mean, we would, he would string me along, whatever. And finally one day I was like, hey, I've been drinking. Let's get together. And he's like, I'm dating someone. And that kind of like the end.
Have you stayed in touch at all?
No.
You just follow online?
I don't follow. I stalk sometimes.
Okay.
But it's been a while. And it's usually like at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're in bed, like listening to Adele.
So, do you find that you do that less and less as time goes on?
Yes.
Is time healing?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is. And I am genuinely happy for him.
Right.
I mean,
you would also be happy if his life currently fell apart and he went back to you.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I'm not wishing it,
Right, no.
but I'm not wishing it.
If it were to happen, it'd be convenient.
Right.
But it doesn't have to happen.
So that's all right. So that is one of those things. I brought it up on the last time we talked breakups that I quote the movie Swingers that listen, I quote important movies on this. But in that movie, they talk about how there's a line about that you miss her and it sucks and it hurts and every day you're going to wake up and you miss her.
Yeah.
And then one day you wake up and you don't miss her and then it hurts because you miss missing her type thing. Does that make sense? And it doesn't feel like you really have gone all the way around, or you went all the way back around type thing. But
yeah, I just think that when you break up with somebody, you have the kind of manic, not common sense type like
reactions.
Okay. And then the longer it goes on, like you still love them, but you're more of an adult about it.
Right.
Like,
Well,
I love him, but
I'm all for that. I have, obviously, as I said, being friends with my exes, I do believe in a relationship. I've always said you let somebody into your life for a reason. When you break up, separate, whatever, I've always said, unless it's something tragic that happened, right? I always have stood with that. You're not breaking up, you're changing the relationship. Now, maybe that relationship changes to friends. Maybe that relationship changes to acquaintances. But I've always, as long as, again, they haven't been like abusive, hurtful, damaging in your life type thing, if it's just a separation for the way things happen, and that's the reason my exes are still in my life, is because I loved them and I still love them. Now, my form of love is different. I don't feel that same thing for them, but they were in my life for a reason, and I don't want to discount that. You know, if I let you in for a reason, same thing with you. You're in my life for a reason, and I love you, but it's a different kind of love. And when I realized that that's how it happened with them, I've owned that, like, well, I can love them but not be in love with them, which is so cliche to say. But can you love somebody and not be in love with them?
I think it takes a special kind of person to do that.
You're calling me a sociopath is what you were calling me.
No, because my mom is the same way. My mom was married 3 times. And I mean, I grew up with my siblings' paternal family as my family. Like my mom took care of my dad when he was passing away, and they had been divorced for like 13, 14 years.
Right.
So I just think it takes a special kind of person. I mean, this might sound horrible, but I don't think that maybe my mom experienced the kind of love that's earth-shattering in order to be able to have a relationship with someone after. I don't know. It's complicated. Love is complicated.
Love is complicated.
That's why I fill my mouth up with kielbasa.
Filling it with the other is not love. That's just love being something else.
Right, exactly.
That's not a substitute for love.
It's called therapy.
That's it. So, all right. So when you were going through the breakup, what role, when you were going through in your feels and trying to get through your feels and find a way through the other side, thanks Adele, what was the old meme? On the scale of 1 to Adele, how are you feeling today? Yeah. How did food play a role in that?
So my first breakup, I went down to like 140 pounds because I literally was not eating anything.
Right.
And I wish that was the case every time I broke up. But with my second breakup, I just freaking stuffed my mouth with food.
Right.
And it was like the Kit Kats at midnight, McDonald's at 12:30. You know, it was like, oh my God, I was just eating left and right. Yeah. And even now, like when I get depressed, it's eating.
It's eating. So is it drinking and eating or just eating? Do you think one leads to the other? Do you go to food will make me feel better more if you've had a couple drinks or without?
Oh, no, without. I can raw dog it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't need drinks to like
I don't need drinks. No. I don't need drinks to
like,
eat.
I do not
Preach,
need
girl.
drinks.
Oh, yeah.
I do not need drinks to be ordering no Taco Bell at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm perfectly capable of doing it sober as heck. No, I don't need to drink.
You're also capable of leaning out a car door while I go through Taco Bell.
Yeah. Were you throwing? No, you were not throwing up.
No. Although the first time we met, I did throw up on the side of your car.
We were in Taco Bell when you were being offered fellatio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
Good times.
Taco Bell and fellatio. What a night.
At least it's not Taco Bell and bottoming.
What a night.
It could be worse.
So you're a go-to junk food eater when you're feeling bad, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you? And this will be curious. Do you think that like one of the signs of getting through maybe feeling bad is now you're taking the time to cook yourself something? Maybe it's not just opening a bag to eat, and now it's like, all right, I'll go buy some kielbasa, onions, and cook something. Do you think like that act is what kind of maybe when you start doing that, you're maybe on that climb out?
Yeah, I think it definitely helps. Like, I mean, just a couple of days ago, my house was like a disaster, and like just the act of cleaning and like the act of saying, you know what, I'm going to cook myself something. It's like loving yourself. It's like
that act of self-care. You're taking time for yourself.
And in the big picture, that means that you are kind of getting over the hump because you're now worried about yourself, kind of a thing, instead of just wanting to like couch rot.
Yeah, instead of just curled up, blanket on, this will sustain me.
Yeah, with like Uber Eats.
Yeah, or as opposed to like just spending a couple, because even it doesn't even need to be, it's 15 minutes in the kitchen to cook yourself something. Literally. Can still be that kind of change how you're thinking, change how you're seeing yourself, and actually change how you're treating yourself, right?
It's definitely a win is a win kind of a thing.
And I'm not against, listen, if I pop open that big jar of queso and a bag, I will sit on the couch and eat that whole thing, licking the queso off my, like just getting it all and not move. So I am not against that at all.
Yeah.
Do I feel slightly dirty afterwards? 100%. Yeah. Do I do that when Matt's not here because I'm shame eating and I don't want people to see me do that? 100%. But I also, like, there are times if I'm just by myself and I'll be like, you know what, tonight I'm going to defrost a chicken. Like, and it's just defrosting a chicken breast and doing something stupid with it. But that kind of just adds that little bit of like, oh, I do care about me. Yeah,
exactly.
I get that. That makes sense.
What the funny part is? I just thought about it.
What's that?
I think food is one of very few things that you go to when you're happy and when you're sad.
Yeah, I think that's the really interesting thing.
I just thought about it. That's crazy.
Yeah. And because food's celebratory.
Exactly.
But it's also making you feel. And the funny thing, and what I find curious about comfort food is, you can go to it for multiple reasons. Right. Like we talk about the hard times and so on, but also comfort food can be like, I want to show something to you. Like if I'm trying to impress you, well, this is what makes me feel good. Yeah. So I'm going to have it and let you try it because I want you to feel, you know what I'm saying? And so that's an interesting thing about comfort food is comforting can go many ways, but it is celebratory. It is.
It's like you're letting them into your secret club.
Yeah.
Like I cooked my comfort food for my current boyfriend, Tim. I cooked him both my comfort food.
Does he like it?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It might just be him being nice to me, but he seems to like it.
I will tell you a story about my ex.
Okay.
When before we started dating, when we first hung out, he was still seeing his ex. And
I'm trying to figure out who this person is.
Bob and Ryan. Okay. So when we first hung out, like we were just friends. Yeah. And I went over to Bob's house. Ryan was going off to work. I said bye to Ryan. He was working at the Don Cesar.
What a slut, Bob.
And he was just cooking dinner. We were getting to chat and get to know each other. And I thought he was cute, so I ate the dinner and didn't say anything. But you know me nowadays, and there are things I don't love.
He had onions in it.
He cooked chicken cacciatore, which is literally chicken, onions, and peppers. Yeah. And I did not love peppers at the time. I do not love onions today.
No, you don't.
And I'm there sitting there like, it's so good. I love it. But I was just trying to get laid.
There you go.
And 15 years later, he's an ex and still cooks it for his boyfriend now. Yeah. And I was like, does he like it? And he goes, well, I don't know. He eats it. And I was like, no, I'm just trying to get laid.
Well, he's Asian, so yeah, he likes it. I would assume that he would like it. Yeah. I had to sit through a nasty meal with Tim.
What did he make something for you? By the way, I do like when you guys are together, it does seem like you make time for each other and you make the effort for each other. He makes you cocktails. Yeah. You guys cook for each other. I love that. That's sweet.
Yeah, I much rather him doing me cocktails. Not that, and I'm going to preface it by saying the meal...
You appreciate it.
I do. And the meal, I'm sure, was amazing, but I just don't like
someone
raw
else.
steak.
What did he make you, like steak tartare, or did he just not cook it enough?
He just didn't cook it enough. Like, it was like this big old, like, piece of, like, thick steak, and it was just like, it's like kind of just flip-flopped, and he was cutting it, and it was like bloody, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But I tried.
That's sweet of you. If I cooked Matt an undercooked steak, he would eat around it, and then he would recook it later, probably.
Does Matt not like a undercooked?
He's a medium well guy.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's because I love him, and I know what he likes the steak temperature to be.
Okay.
He wants no blood.
No
All
blood.
right? I got a thumbs up from
blood.
the man in the chair. No blood on there. I know what he likes to eat. We went out to, it was so funny, we went out to Brazilian Steakhouse for Christmas with Bob, Jerry, so my ex, his sister, and then, and, they're going around with just like, it was delicious. But, there were some things that just shave off. And Matt's so funny. Whenever he's not sure, he's like, Jeff, you should get that. And then, he sees what it looks like when they shave it for me. And then he's like, I'm good.
I'm good.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
It's dripping.
Yeah, no, I can't do like raw meat.
Yeah, I'm a medium rare guy, but that's just how I am.
Actually, I've tried tartare. Tartare is not horrible, but it's just, again, I have a thick consistency issue. Like,
see, so it's interesting to me because to me, tartare and rare and medium rare meat are different because the tartare is not bloody.
Right.
Because it hasn't been cooked at all.
Right.
So it doesn't have a chance to be bloody or any of that. And I think the turnoff for people that don't like rare, or medium even, is because also if you don't let the steak rest enough, the juices don't go back into it. So when you cut in, the juice, it's not really blood, but the juice comes out. But yeah, that's interesting because, again, tartare doesn't have a chance to be bloody.
Yeah.
So that's not the turnoff. And then you season it, and you put it on little crostinis, and there's egg yolk on there, so it's just undercooked on undercooked. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, the egg yolk definitely did it for me.
Yeah.
It really, really did.
So that's it. So you like a runny yolk, just not a runny meat.
Yeah. I mean, the best kind of burger is the one with a runny yolk.
Sure. It's also cooked medium.
Not the burger. The burger's not cooked medium. The burger's cooked well.
No, how dare you?
Well, no, I mean, I'll be adventurous. I'll say medium well.
Okay.
Not well. I don't have
That's
to do
adventurous for you. I love that.
Yeah. And also, you have to think, like, when I was growing up, the only steak that I ate was just, like, super paper thin, like, I think it's called flank steak.
Flank steak is very big in the Hispanic culture, Latino culture.
Oh, my God. That with a whole bunch of onions and Cuban bread. Oh,
gross
my
onions.
God.
But, all right, so I'm curious about, let's go back to the breakup, and I'm going to ask you, I don't know how these questions are going to go, but I'm going to ask them anyway. What advice would you have for anybody going through a breakup? Putting on your big girl, older lady pants right now.
Do better. And don't get broken up
Think about
with.
why they left you.
No, there is no advice. I mean,
Just get through it?
You just got to get through it, whichever the best way that you can. I would also, my biggest thing is don't be so hard on yourself.
Okay, that's good.
And if it takes you 7 years to get over it, it takes you 7 years to get over it. I mean, that's
or not get over it, as you said.
Exactly.
What advice? This is my favorite question to ask people. I don't know how practical it is with you, but what advice would current Alex give to Alex in the past going through it? So, like, you've had 2020, you've looked at things differently, you deal with things differently now. What advice would you give your younger self? And I feel like it would be like, I'm not going to, you know what, I'll let you say it, but what advice would you give to younger Alex?
Do more drugs? No, I'm joking. What advice would I give to younger Alex?
I feel like your brain's spinning and clicking to figure out the advice to keep him, as opposed to getting through it.
You know,
is that what's
like,
happening?
Yeah, you know, like, what advice will you get your vagina sooner? Like, come on, wrap it up, seal it. No, I mean, there is the reality about breakups is, no matter how much advice you get, no matter how well equipped you think you are, it's earth shattering. Like, it's just earth shattering.
I mean, it can be. If you just leave them, it's fine.
Right, exactly. And that is the dynamic. If you're the one getting left, it's earth shattering. If you're the one that has found somebody new and is moving on quickly, then it's not so earth shattering.
All right, so maybe, well, what about like what we talked about? What about the idea of, and here's the thing, I've always said, live in your feels, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're feeling like crap and you're upset, you're allowed to be.
Yeah,
you're
gotta
allowed
go
to feel
through
like
it.
upset, but absolutely don't pretend like that's not happening.
Yeah.
Live in that. But would your advice possibly be, or do you think good advice would be, take time to do something? You know what? You can feel bad, but take 10 minutes and clean the apartment. Take a little bit of time for yourself. Maybe it's not going to be a bunch that day.
Yeah.
Maybe that day it's just I cleaned up the bathroom a little bit better. I made the bed. And then maybe you're adding more each day that you're taking time for yourself. Would that be good advice?
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, celebrate the small wins. Like, I got up and I brushed my teeth.
Yeah.
That's a start.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a start, because I've gone weeks without brushing my teeth and without brushing my hair.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. So, yeah, celebrate the small.
So just kind of focus on the small wins type thing. All right, so that's good advice for people, I would say. All right. What type of person do you see enjoying your comfort food that you've given us? So, like, if you close your eyes and pictured somebody cooking it, who is that person?
My friend Katrina really likes it, so I'm picturing Katrina cooking it. Yeah.
Do you think she cook it for? She has a family now. You think that's a family meal?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
How old's her baby now? Like 7
Cairo
months?
is like, no, he was born Juneteenth.
Okay.
Juneteenth.
I'm not going to do the math.
No, I'm not going to do the math either. But yeah, he was born
Too early for kielbasa.
Yeah, much too early for kielbasa. But no, I think it's the meal that, some migrant is going to cook for her kids when...
It's for any. It's
for anybody.
It's two people sitting at home. It's date night. It's movie night.
I mean, no, I don't think it's romantic eating.
Oh God, thank you for saying that.
No, it's not. It's definitely not a romantic meal.
Okay, it's like
it's like 6 years into a relationship. Let me cook you something.
Fine, I'll cook tonight.
Right? Yeah.
What do we have?
Right. No. It's definitely. I'm busy today. I only have $7 in my bank account.
Right.
I need.
But
to
it is a meal that can fill you up for cheap.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's good.
Yeah, it's like $2.50 for the kielbasa.
Yeah. And I like what you said about if you get. Here's the thing: because the onions are massive now, right?
Yeah.
You get one onion and a package. What if they're BOGO or whatever? A couple kielbasas. That's a couple meals right there. That's going to last you. To a normal person.
Two, yeah. And also the instant potatoes is like $1 something.
Oh, God.
You got to try the ranch one. Either the ranch one or the 4 cheese one.
Oh God.
And then what I like to do is I like to beat it. And I'm always surprised. I'm like, I think I'm using too much water, but it actually does fluff up. Mm-hmm. And then once it's fluffed up, I like to jazz it up by putting a little bit of butter in it and pepper. Mm-hmm. And then if I have Parmesan cheese, I'll put it in.
I'm so excited about trying this.
Yes, and then you put the mashed potatoes in the center and you put the sausage and the onions right on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. Oh, God. The thing that's going to hurt me when I make it is I'm going to want to chef it up.
Yeah, I was just going to say you're going to want to jazz it up.
I'm going to do it your way. I'm even going to have onions.
Less is more. No, you don't want
No,
onions.
I am. I'm going to have the whole thing. I'm not going to enjoy it, but I'm going to
But I will say the onions do disappear into the sausage.
Yeah. I'm gonna slice them super tiny, 100%. Do you slice them? Do you like the long thin onions, or do you do like the little cuts?
No, I do it's like a ring like this, like the onion ring, and then I just cut it in the middle and throw it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, so you can
Like
see
a
them.
bed of like a bed of onions, like a lot. And I also add red pepper flakes because I like spicy.
Okay. You left that out of the recipe. I'll put it in there for people.
Okay. Yeah, I like spicy. It's good. I think this is going to be something where you think it's nasty, and you're not. I don't think you think it's nasty. I just don't think it's high end.
I don't care about that because I don't think comfort food needs to be high end. But I am curious about
the potatoes.
I'm on board. That's just it. And it's funny because Matt is such a purist on mashed potatoes. Now I will have a little bit more fun with mashed potatoes. I'll put some sour cream. I'll do some goat cheese occasionally. I'll bouge it up, right? Don't even bring that up around him. If he sees me doing that to mashed potatoes, he will not be having it. He's such a purist on mashed potatoes.
Matt would die. I never knew what homemade mashed potatoes were until like in my 20s, until I dated David.
We almost just made you a bowl of mashed potatoes for the table for your episode, but then I didn't want you talking just the whole time.
And this is where Matt is going to kill me because I can't tell the difference between the powdered mashed potato and the real one.
Boy, we're going to have a mashed potato off someday. We'll bring you back over for that.
I will say the only thing that the powdered mashed potato doesn't get that I love is the skin. Like, I like my mashed potatoes have a little skin in
there. Yeah, that's a little rusticy mashed potato. I like it. When I peel the potatoes, I don't do I do like a quick peel, so you get some of that skin.
Yeah, I like skin.
I like that. All right, here's because if that's your go-to comfort. By the way, again, I am on board with like cooking it down, caramelizing it, and getting that sweetened, and that sounds really good to me. What is your guilty pleasure food?
McDonald's.
To eat, not smell.
McDonald's.
Got it. McDonald's?
Yeah, McDonald's.
What's your go-to order at McDonald's?
Large Diet Coke, French fries, and Big Mac with no onions or pickles.
But you like onions.
I don't like...
You don't like their slivered onions?
I just don't like that little minced stuff. It's just like... It's just like a lot.
Yeah.
And it just feels like... It doesn't feel intentional.
I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know when the last time I had a Big Mac. Big Mac's always bothered me because it has that bread in the middle, and I'm like, it's too much bread. It's too much bread. But I haven't had one in forever, so maybe I need to try Big Mac again.
Yeah, and I always, whenever I travel internationally, I always try to go to the local McDonald's because they usually have different variations. Yeah.
When you travel and you go to McDonald's, like when we were in Australia, was it New Zealand or Australia, Matt? When we were in New Zealand, we went to a McDonald's to try, and they're like, they're telling you the local farm they're sourcing the meat from.
Oh, really?
Like it was, and you could taste the difference. I was like, oh, if McDonald's was this.
Yeah, I had I think in Germany, right outside, me and our friend Duffy, we went to Munich, and we were right outside, we were in the town where one of the concentration camps were, and where the train arrived.
They had a concentration camp. That is...
Where the train arrived, there was a McDonald's there.
Why wouldn't there be?
Right, and on our way back home, I got a burger. I don't remember which one, but it had like a fried cheese patty on top of the burger.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
So good.
I do love the regional things that McDonald's does.
Yeah.
Like when my family, when I was growing up, I think I've told this before, when we went to Maine, my mom she had lobster every day. And something, lobster, omelet, lobster every day when we were in Maine. And we were leaving that day, she didn't get lobster. And I was like, haha, you didn't get lobster. And then we stopped at McDonald's on the way out of Maine.
They had a lobster on.
She got a McLobster. There was literally a McLobster.
McLobster.
And I was like, that's not a thing. But, it's everywhere up there. All right, so that's your guilty. I get that. Yeah. I'll tell you, God, their fries used to be so much better. They're still good.
Yeah.
They're still some of the best fries out there.
Their diet, it's something about their Diet Coke. It's a Diet Coke for me.
Their Coke is proprietary. Yeah. Like their mix is insane. Yeah, 100%. I still will stop at a McDonald's occasionally. It's just the salty.
It's just so good.
And I always get a Coke with it too. Like you say, it's just one of those.
It's just so good. It has never knocked it out the ballpark for me.
Right.
I've never been disappointed with McDonald's.
And that's honestly what they do the best. Is they're consistent at the ice cream machine is down. Yes. The service will not be good. You will wait too long.
Absolutely.
But the food is going to be the exact same every time.
And even when it's colder fries or what, it still hits.
It's still the better fries out there.
Yeah, it still hits.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you for being on.
Are we done?
How bad was it? Was it okay?
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
Okay.
I see a co-host gig coming up soon.
Okay. Well, as long as one of us sees it. All right. If people want to find you, how can they find you?
You can find me at Alex Veronica. No, not Alex. Yeah, Alex Veronica on Facebook or...
you are not going to be accepting some random request on Facebook unless they look your type.
Unless you're white, 6'4", and 120 pounds.
Yeah.
Maybe 140 max.
And if it's getting up to 160,
and a hairy bush.
Please put your trust fund.
Sorry, guys. And I'm on See You Next Tuesday on Instagram.
It's spelled interestingly, but I'll put that out in the episode. And then I appreciate you being on. Did you have a good time?
I finally made it onto one of Jeff's shows.
You did something!
I feel accomplished.
Do you have any personal thoughts or advice for anybody on cooking for their significant other? That's something I know that you like to do is try to be special. Any advice for somebody out there?
Make it fun and do it together.
Make it fun and do it together.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
good advice.
And enjoy a cocktail. Oh, and it always helps if he's naked.
Okay. Did you hear that? Make it fun and do it together.
And it's always fun if you're naked.
Can I be allowed in the kitchen if I'm naked? No. He's not good at sharing the kitchen.
Tell them why.
Tell them why what? Because you're a control freak in the kitchen.
No, because you're messy.
I do make a mess in the kitchen.
Classic
I do.
top.
Yeah. Well, I also have to clean it up, but
There you go.
it's fine. You wipe it down.
That's worth it.
All right. Thank you very much. That's another episode of It Gets Butter. Alex, I appreciate you being on and doing this. And thank you for being the first lady on the podcast.
Ooh.
First lady of the podcast. What?
Just call me Jackie O.
Oh, I won't. Okay. Bye, everybody.